I think everyone in this story is a stupid mother lying, cheating, stealing, and this guy's a frickin' Welcome back to another episode of the series I like to call Never Have I Ever. This is a series that I do where I usually go to fast food places, restaurants, drive-thrus, or I pick up many variations of one product or brand, and I try the menu items, flavors, varieties of things that I would never try, because I think they're gross, disgusting, not worth your time, not worth your money. And frankly, why are we even making this product in the first place? But the first half of these episodes, I do about 2 hours of light research on a company or brand or product, and I deliver info to you in the form of fun facts, stuff that I find interesting. History, products, design, packaging, taglines, we'll get into it. Now, I've done many episodes of this series. I have a playlist on my channel you can check out. We have done deep dives into Pringles, Goldfish, Little Debbie's ice creams, Dunkin' Donuts, Krispy Kreme, Popeyes, Panera. Oh my gosh, the Panera episode I think I did like in a snowstorm blizzard. That was a good one. Now, you can tell by the title of today's video, but for this episode of Never Have I Ever, we're doing a deep dive into the world of Pop-Tarts. Sounds like a news headline. Tonight, on Snaps News, we are doing a deep dive into the world of Pop-Tarts. More of that at 7:01. Let's dive in. Okay, let me hit you with some fun facts. Now, what is a Pop-Tart? Simple question, kind of a simple answer. It's an American product, okay? And if you're international, have never even heard of a Pop-Tart, never seen it. It is a toaster pastry that has 2 layers of crust on top and bottom. They're all like filled with like either like a jelly jam-like substance, or they're filled with kind of like a chocolatey syrup thing sort of filling. Yeah, breakfast, but also could be dessert, and it's on the go, or you could heat it up, and it's a lot of things. Actually, a lot of overlap, okay? Have your cake and eat it too. Have your dessert and eat it at 9 a.m. That's fine on the way to school. Nice toasted s'mores Pop-Tart. How's that sound? There is about 20 different flavors in rotation at all times of this product. There's a skull in that box. I thought it was like a hand coming out of that box. I was like, we have bigger fish to fry. What is the history of Pop-Tarts? Whenever I do deep dives of products, of companies, I like to go to their official websites and see what they say for themselves, okay? If they have a history page and about us page, I deep dive it. I read all up in there. I want to see timelines, deadlines. And now I've never researched a product where I found the website so annoying. Whoever's behind writing the history on the Kellogg's Pop-Tart website sounds like the biggest douchebag wannabe frat boy giving a presentation. It is the most like braggy, pretentious intro to the history of a product I've ever read. Here's a couple of blurbs. They go, others may have attempted the art of toaster pastry, but only one perfected it. So come for the throne if you want. Come for the throne. The throne of Pop-Tarts? Why are you like on the defense? You sound like my best friend's fugly, annoying, deadbeat new boyfriend. And I was like, come for the throne if you want. And I'm like, Brad, what throne are you talking about? You live on a throne of annoyance, on a throne of garbage storytelling. Your throne sits on a little coaster thin piece of paper that is my last bit of patience. What are you talking about? And we'll get into it. We'll circle back. Anyways, according to the website, 1963, Kellogg's chairman William Lamothe wanted to make a breakfast item that was like breakfast on the go. Okay, cereal slows you down, holds you down. So apparently, Lamothe hit up this guy named Joe Thompson, aka Doc was his nickname. Doc and the kitchen crew at Kellogg's came up with a new breakfast item that you could take on the go. And they called it fruit scones originally. Fruit scones! The very first rendition of Kellogg's Pop-Tart, they like came up with it, right? By 1964, they hit the shelves running with these Pop-Tarts, and they started in Cleveland, Ohio. 4 flavors: strawberry, blueberry, brown sugar, cinnamon, and apple currant. What the hell is an apple currant? And also they were unfrosted. The original Pop-Tarts, unfrosted. And guess what? As soon as they put the Pop-Tarts on the shelves, they ran out within 2 weeks. People like loved the Pop-Tarts. And Pop-Tarts, Kellogg's even ran an ad in the newspaper that was like, oh, so sorry. We ran out of Pop-Tarts. We're working on making more. You'll have to catch us next time. They literally ran like the first ad of like FOMO, fear of missing out. I think I missed out on the Pop-Tarts crave. To put out a product, sell it out so fast, and then to run a print ad. Hello? I mean, like it's kind of, on one hand, it's like, okay, smart marketing to like create the craze. On the other hand, it's kind of like douchey. FOMO. Right there, I have to stop you. We have to stop with the history because that is not the full story. That's not even the accurate story of how Pop-Tarts came to be. It's missing more context. It's missing the bigger picture. It's missing the other players in the game. How did this idea even come to fruition? Let me tell you the more expanded history that everyone on the internet in the world knows to be true. Let's back it up. Post was another brand. Post cereal, they also made cereals. They were Kellogg's #1 competition. Kellogg's and Post were competing to be like the breakfast champions. Now, Post came out to the press, came out to the masses, and was like, like, hey everybody, we actually just invented a way to dehydrate food and put it in foil as a way to like keep it fresh and like edible. And actually we're using that whole process we just invented and we're making like dog food with it. We somehow want to take this technology and this process that we just invented and we want to use this to make a breakfast on the go sort of product. Oh, that sounds like more like an accurate jump of events. So Post, the brand, the company, made these things called country squares. Now let's look at a picture. These are Pop-Tarts. These are the original version of Pop-Tarts to me. Oh my gosh, they're so similar. I'm calling these the original Pop-Tarts. But here's the thing. Post, the company, had announced that they made these things called country squares before they were ready to roll them out to market, before they were ready to put them on the shelves. So they make this announcement, hey, we invented the country square. Then Kellogg's turns around and goes, that's our biggest competition. I think we can make a version of it ourselves and we have to do it in 4 months. Get it out on the shelves and have a bigger rollout and a better product before they do. Now, if you look up the inventor of the Kellogg's Pop-Tart, you will find a name of a person called Bill Post. Not related to Post the brand, but this guy named Bill Post. Okay, he formerly worked at Keebler, like the cookies. Kellogg's hired Bill Post, and Bill Post is the man at Kellogg's who in 4 months invented the very first version of the Kellogg's Pop-Tart, the one that they rolled out on the shelves in 1964 and sold out and everyone had FOMO. That man and his team in the kitchen invented the Pop-Tart. Now, who the hell was I talking about earlier, according to the Pop-Tarts website? Who the hell is Joe Thompson, aka Doc? Who the hell is that? And why does Kellogg's Pop-Tart company website give credit to this guy named Joe Thompson that they hired to make Pop-Tarts when really it was Bill Post, who they also publicly hired? Why is the Pop-Tarts website lying about history? Why are they trying to cover it up? Why are they not giving him where credit is due? I don't know why they literally made up a fake person, as far as I can find in my research, light research. If you look up the words Joe Thompson, Doc, because that was his nickname, Doc, and the word Pop-Tart, and then look at images, there's not a single image that pops up of this mystery man. Do you know what does pop up? Some Pop-Tarts logo branding and several pictures of Bill Post. Even Google, the World Wide Web, the internet as a whole, doesn't even know who this Joe Thompson guy is. I was like, I don't know who this Doc guy is, but apparently someone at Kellogg's doctored their own history and made it up. As soon as I did some of the research, I was like, Pop-Tarts kind of feels like a bunch of like douchebag frat boys. No offense to them. Well, maybe a little bit of offense. I don't know. Okay, now, 1964 is when Pop-Tarts rolled out and hit the shelves and everyone bought them. By 1965, within the year, they rolled out Pop-Tarts to the whole country, and they were a hoot, a holler, and a hit, okay? By 1967, they finally put the frosting on the Pop-Tarts. The frosting! Everyone loves the frosting. That's why we're buying Pop-Tarts, right? Frosting on the Pop-Tart. Best part, frosting. Got it? Advertised as something you can, like, throw in the toaster and heat up, and yet they have frosting on them that doesn't melt. Nothing happens. Engineered frosting with the right thermal coefficient and melting point. You know what that sounds like to me? They put a bunch of chemicals in it that makes it not burn. Isn't that interesting? Anybody else? Weird? Fun fact? Moving on. 1973, 9 years after they originally hit the shelves, Pop-Tarts is already rocking with 19 flavors. That's so much grocery store shelf if you think about it. Between 1980s and like early 2000s, there's not much to talk about. I don't think they were rolling out any crazy new products. I don't think the advertising was really anything to talk about. I think they were just like running and gunning, putting flavors on shelves and people were buying them. Now in 2004, let's jump a little bit, they came out with like a new rollout of marketing, commercials, advertisements, campaigns, taglines, mascots. They were really trying to reinvent themselves and really target the kids audience. And guess what? In 2004, I was 9. And that's definitely when I started eating Pop-Tarts and they read me like a book. And I remember the commercials like yesterday. I can still spot a Pop-Tart 1,000 yards away. I'm like, oh, that shiny little wrapper. It's probably 2 Pop-Tarts and a sleeve unopened. 2004, they came out with the tagline for Pop-Tarts, crazy good. And I believe the commercials go like, it's like a choir of people. And I believe it's like crazy good. Now this campaign that they rolled out with was all like these animated commercials with stick figure kids, and the Pop-Tarts themselves were like animated, and the whole point of the commercials was like the kids were always doing things to trick the Pop-Tarts into eating them. Like jumping in a bowl of cereal or getting like, I think like tied down to like train tracks. It was weird. In 2007, they started putting like more visuals on the frosting instead of like just letting the frosting be what it is. They were putting like copyright trademarked images and doing collabs with like other companies, brands, TV shows. 2018, another big jump. They came out with Pop-Tarts Bites, which they still have today, but I didn't get any because I don't care about them. It looks more dough than frosting and I'm here for the frosting. From 2023 to 2024, they've now rolled out like a kind of like a little bit of a different variation of like the cartoonish mascot storyline. And a lot of the commercials now are back to like non-animated real people in commercials, but the Pop-Tarts are just wearing like mascot costumes, but just like human legs wearing like weird colored tights. It's a lot of legs. It really is. There's like a Pop-Tarts bowl. It's a college football game. And apparently at the end of the football game, like they have all the Pop-Tarts, and whoever like loses one of the Pop-Tarts, they put into this big toaster on the field, and then they cut to all the football players like eating the Pop-Tart of that flavor. I don't know. Now, how many Pop-Tarts are sold in a year? A crap ton. At least in 2023, there were close to $1 billion worth of sales of just Pop-Tarts. Good gracious golly gee oh my. Now, Pop-Tarts are sold within a box. It's a blue box. I don't know when they changed to this blue box, but it's for the better. The old boxes of Pop-Tarts look like the current boxes of the knockoff brand of Pop-Tarts. Ever seen a box of Toastums? Now, Pop-Tarts within the box are sold in sleeves of 2 because back when they originally came out with the Pop-Tarts, they were saving money on packaging. Now, what is this wrapper made out of? It's made of Mylar, like helium balloons. You see at a little birthday party, engagement, divorce party? That's Mylar. They did have a mascot from 1971 to 1979, and his name was Milton the Toaster. He kind of looks like that toaster from the movie with the things that run away, the inanimate objects with the blanket and the toaster and the vacuum. Kind of looks like that. Now, has Pop-Tarts been featured in TV and movies? Of course. They were in episodes of Gilmore Girls. I believe Lorelai Gilmore said Pop-Tarts tasted like freedom. Pop-Tarts had their own movie. Jerry Seinfeld produced, starred, acted, wrote, directed, threw some money behind a movie called Unfrosted, which was kind of like a spoof on the history of Pop-Tarts. I didn't like the movie myself, even though Melissa McCarthy was in it, and I like her. They've also done collabs in the past with TV shows and brands like Spider-Man, Hello Kitty, Jolly Rancher, SpongeBob, Star Wars, Scooby-Doo. They had Scooby-Doo Pop-Tarts. For that one, they even dyed the Pop-Tart bread pastry green. One of the most interesting ones, talking about printing stuff on the Pop-Tarts, they did NASCAR collab, and they literally printed the picture of the NASCAR car with the signature of the NASCAR racers. A signed Pop-Tart. The best-selling flavors of Pop-Tarts, frosted strawberry. And in second place, we have the brown sugar cinnamon. Some interesting discontinued flavors that I cannot find anymore that I would love to try. Chocolate peanut butter. Chocolate peppermint. Mint chocolate chip. They did have a watermelon Pop-Tart. Pop-Tarts were catching fire for a hot minute. I don't know if they really do anymore, but the Pop-Tarts company actually was involved in a couple lawsuits because the high fructose corn syrup in the frosting of the Pop-Tarts was catching fire in people's toasters, and the flames were almost 2 feet tall. At least 17 cases. Pop-Tarts are not very popular in many other countries to my research, and in some companies, the whole product itself is banned because of the dyes. They use specific coloring and dyes in Pop-Tarts that isn't allowed in other countries. Pop-Tarts are banned in Austria and Norway. That pretty much wraps up the fun facts of Pop-Tarts. Let me tell you my experience. Have I had Pop-Tarts for breakfast? Yes, but I've never thought of Pop-Tarts as a morning breakfast food because they're so sugary and it's just eating like a bready dessert. I hate that they're sold in packs of 2 because I could eat one Pop-Tart and by the time I'm taking 2 bites out of the second one, I'm like, it's too much bread and I'm full and I don't feel great and I don't want this anymore. I just eat Pop-Tarts right out of the package. I never heat them up and we will not be heating them up today because they are advertised as an on-the-go breakfast food that can be eaten right out of the package. So that's what we're going to do. And last but not least, I used to eat a lot of the brown sugar cinnamon ones, and I would sit there on a slow day, not going to school, playing hooky, and I would take the brown sugar cinnamon Pop-Tart, put the frosting side down, would take a little butter knife, and I would scrape off all the different layers of the Pop-Tart and eat them individually. Oh, yes. I would eat the back pastry dusting, and I would scrape off all of the brown sugar cinnamon crystallized goo, eat that, and then I would eat the shell of the frosting last, because that was the best part. My number 1 ranking of Pop-Tarts, the best flavor out there, is s'mores. It's the best one, don't you dare fight me. Then the brown sugar, tried and true classic, then the hot fudge sundae one, then the cookies and cream one, which I always call the Oreo one. I think the fruit ones are the worst ones. The blueberry, the cherry, the strawberry, the raspberry, I think those all stink. I think they're disgusting. I love jams, jellies, juices. That's right up my alley. I love that stuff. I think they're so gross in a Pop-Tart. When I was a kid, if I saw anyone out and about eating a Pop-Tart and I noticed that it was one of the fruit-based flavored ones, I was like, oh my gosh, I feel so bad for them because wherever they got that Pop-Tart, they definitely ran out of every other flavor and that's what they were left with. And now because this is the series Never Have I Ever, we're only trying the flavors that I've either never tried or I thought they'd be gross or they're brand new flavors that maybe you haven't seen yet. All right, let's get to this taste test, all right? Because I got a couple of products and tricks up my sleeves. Oh, I can't wait to show you. Jeez Louise. Farmer's Tan. Put that sleeve back down. We have so many flavors of Pop-Tarts. I don't even know where to start. I mean, and we're not doing the fun flavors, so it doesn't matter. Let's start with a flavor that I think is pretty close to brown sugar cinnamon, but I think it's gonna be a huge disappointment. I feel like a lot of these flavors are gonna be a disappointment. Frosted cinnamon roll. Cinnamon roll in a Pop-Tart. There's a big warning on the side. Remove from foil before heating. Remove from foil. It says if you want to put them in the freezer, wait 20 minutes. If you want to microwave them, heat 3 seconds at a time until warm enough. 3 seconds at a time. Throw that damn Pop-Tart in for 30 seconds and walk away. What? I don't know anybody who, wait. I don't know anybody who microwaves Pop-Tarts. You can definitely put them in a toaster oven. I've even seen an air fryer. Like I said, just like a foily little Pop-Tart sleeve. Good source of 3B vitamins. No, it's not. The other interesting thing we're gonna see here is how messed up the frosting looks. Pop-Tarts never look nice. The frosting is always like half missing. For how much money you pay for Pop-Tarts, a lot of them look like garbage coming out of the wrapper, and you just accept it. The corner's broken off on this one. It wants to fall off. There you go. Icing's all pooling at the bottom. I'm just always gonna break these in half because I am not gonna waste my time eating the corner pastry pieces without the frosting or the filling. It does smell like a little Cinnabon store. I will give it that. Okay. Okay, yeah. The cinnamon goo on this one is good. Okay, it's not the one I would reach for. No. Let's try one of the Girl Scout ones. These say that they're newer. This is the Girl Scouts collab frosted coconut caramel. Wanted to try this one because when I did the Never Have I Ever Girl Scouts cookie exactly in this office, fell in love with these damn coconut. Also, these boxes never have any description whatsoever of like what tastes like what. What is the filling on this one? Like, is the filling where I'm getting the coconut and the caramel, and then the frosting is supposed to be caramel with a swirl of chocolate? Do all of the wrappers like say something different though? They have little like blurbs of words on them. Are you asking why did they come in this shiny pouch? We're saying it's not polite to talk with your mouth full. How would my mouth be full if I haven't opened the package? Douchey. Oh my gosh, they do kind of smell like the Girl Scout. Am I getting a hint of a coconut smell? Okay, you know what? At least when you sit down and you eat cereal, the back of the box usually has like a comic on it or a puzzle or like a fun little crossword. No, if you look at the back of the Pop-Tarts box, you get to read all the ingredients like niacin, TBHQ for freshness, dextrose, sodium acid pyrophosphorate, caramel color. Oh my god, so many dyes. Yellow 6 lake, blue 2 lake, red 40 lake, yellow 5 lake. Where are these lakes of dyes that we're talking about? They have huge vats that look like lakes of dye, and they're like, we'll just take a little bit of that and a little bit of this. Oh, Johnny fell in the yellow 6 lake dye. He's gonna look like a Simpson character. He's not gonna want to show his face around here for a couple of months. Let's see how these ones look. Look at that off-center little swirl. What happened to this one? Good Lord. Oh my, what happened to you? God, was this the last one in the batch before Johnny fell in the yellow lake dye? Can we just see like the whole top is crumbling? There's crumbs like baked onto it. There's a bunch of dents in it. It looks like someone put their damn fingerprint in the bottom of that swirl. It smells like the Girl Scout cookie, like how those smelled right out of the box. Pop-Tarts are hard to taste test because this like damn pastry, outer border, whatever thing always tastes like nothing. My taste buds have to fight around it to find any flavor. I mean, like, it's good. I like coconut. I know they put sprinkles on Pop-Tarts. Could they sprinkle on coconut on top of this like that? I don't know. That would have been great. Does coconut keep like that? It's just like the coconut scent and flavor is like the same coconut that they put in like lotions and potions and body oil and suntan lotion. Like it's giving me like, we're going to the beach. We're preparing for sun to hit our face. We're going on an adventure. We're going outside. We're packing our bags. We're leaving. The only thing this one is not giving is chocolate. Even the caramel is like kind of like a back flavor. But didn't it say caramel flavoring? I was like, the caramel even doesn't taste like real caramel. It tastes like caramel flavoring, like not caramel syrup. Caramel color. Oh, they didn't even put the flavor in. It's caramel color. I mean, I like it because I like coconut, but I borderline hate it because it's giving coconut chemical. This is the tanning bed Pop-Tart. There's crumbs all over me. I'm not expecting that to be good though. I'm not expecting that. You think they're gonna take a frosted coconut caramel made by the Girl Scouts and turn it into a flat dyed Pop-Tart? It's too many flavors. It's too big of a stretch. They could maybe handle a strawberry jelly. You just gave them dynamic flavors of coconut caramel frosted based off a cookie beloved by so many. No. Here's one that should be good, and I had to find at a second store I went to because this is an easy flavor, and it's just one flavor, and that is sugar. This is a spring thaw edition. Well, good thing it's fall. You tell me these have been sitting on the shelves for like 7 months? Great. Okay. Oh, it's the no chill sugar cookie. Might as well call it the spring cleaning Pop-Tart, and we will just clean this one right out of the cupboard and throw it in the garbage. I picked up this one because it's just, it's a different box. See how I was telling you they're putting like designs on the back and the frosting? Oh, for the, what the fuck? What? You know that thing where people buy the SpongeBob popsicles and the face always looks all messed up? What is this? What is that? I'm pretty sure Bill Post, the inventor of Pop-Tarts, this is not what he envisioned for the product. A pineapple basketball watermelon surfing. Also, there's like a huge air bubble of frosting right on the watermelon right there. I don't know how they do these because I watched a video on how Pop-Tarts are made and it's really like an assembly line thing. I don't know how they do this. Is it like a press? Is it a sticker? Is it like a dissolving piece of paper? Ugh, I don't want to think about it. I don't know. If you're going to put designs on the Pop-Tarts like this, make them super simple and understandable. How am I going to know that's a watermelon pineapple snowman? The arms are the only thing giving it away. Just make it like the sun on a Pop-Tart. No. Oh, this is a gingerbread man on a raft with suntan lotion. He's on a towel. He's on the beach. I think the yellow part's supposed to be the beach. I mean, it might just be me. I don't really find these appetizing. I don't know if It's doing it for me. And his eyes are like blown out. I don't like that at all. Oh, no! It smells like... No, shut up. The Kellogg... Okay, on my Patreon, I once did a video of Kellogg's cereals made ice cream versions of their cereals, okay? And they were disgusting. All of the base flavors of the ice cream was milk-flavored ice cream, I'm pretty sure. Disgusting. All of them taste the same. They were horrible. It smells like a solid, sugary milk. It just tastes like when you wake up and you have, like, cotton mouth, a long night of snoring, and you're like... Oh my gosh, I gotta drink like a glass of water. That's what this tastes like. This tastes like you're chewing your morning breath. What is this? It does kind of taste like sugar cookie dough before you bake it. I'll give you that. And that's all I'll give you. I don't like this. Also, I bet you when Christmas comes around, they're gonna have a sugar cookie Christmas version. Reindeer surfing on a pile of presents, and they're gonna put, you know, Santa Claus falling down a chimney. And they're gonna put Frosty the Snowman ripping off his own arm. Like, they're gonna do something stupid. Let's try one I'm actually interested to try. I think this one could be a huge hit. This is the closest thing I'm gonna get to a loaf today. This is a Pop-Tarts frosted banana bread. I'm assuming that the filling is gonna taste like bananas when you mash them down, like really mashed bananas. Okay, and that's totally fine. I don't know what this outside flavor is going to be. Maybe just like a frosting flavor. How come Pop-Tarts doesn't put the description of what it is on the box? I have problems with companies that don't do that. If you're assuming that the whole thing as a whole tastes like banana bread, that's not good. That means you put the same chemical flavoring, yada, 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 in the whole product. When you eat a piece of pizza, you're supposed to be like, oh yeah, well that was a pepperoni, and that was the cheese, and that was the sauce, and that was the crust. When you eat a product and they don't tell you, it makes me feel like they think that I'm dumb as the consumer, that I'm just like, oh, I'm just gonna eat the whole thing is gonna taste like banana bread. With that being said, I'm really excited for this flavor because I want to try this one. One of the flavors I couldn't get my hands on was the pumpkin one. They do have a fall pumpkin one. The other one I wanted to try and couldn't get my hands on was they have a snickerdoodle one. A snickerdoodle one and a Boston cream pie one. Sorry guys, I couldn't get those. I couldn't find them anywhere. This one's stuck. Do you need help? What the heck? Okay, this frosting is like a different color. It's a little more like yellowy off-white of a frosting. What happened to you? Why are you so stuck in the package? Okay. Oh my god, it smells like those Nutri-Grain bars. Oh my, it smells like a Nutri-Grain bar. Wow, throwback. I thought they put all these Pop-Tarts on an assembly line and then like the frosting, like they do like this frosting clamp thing. They must immediately then send the Pop-Tarts up onto like a elevated conveyor belt because all of them have the frosting like running down to the bottom. Or maybe they put them in the package before they're totally done drying because it's always like the bottom part is the runoff of the... You're putting the still drying Pop-Tarts in the foil, in the chemical foil. I'm not saying I'm onto something, but my goodness. Nancy Drew, get your damn magnifying scope out. Crack this sucker in half. Oh. Oh, it smells like this. It's the same thing with the coconut. It smells like banana, like drops of like an oil. Also, but it also smells like a Nutri-Grain bar. Like I clocked that. There's the cross section on that one. Let's try this. Oh my, it's like sending me in so many different directions of a memory. It kind of tastes like how a candy store smells. It doesn't taste like banana. Throw me for a loop. Maybe just like sugar. It tastes like, it's like a banana that they want it to last forever. I don't like it. Okay, maybe I'm getting like molasses. I'm trying to Google. It's almost like a cinnamon roll lends itself more to being transformed into a Pop-Tart. Banana bread does not lend itself to be turned into a flat one-dimensional pastry. It tastes like a molasses Nutri-Grain bar. Like there really is no banana if you just give it a second. Okay, we haven't tried any chocolate-based ones yet. I am not really that big of a chocolate fan. I like the flavoring of chocolate, but like brownies are not my favorite thing. I don't like a chocolate cookie. I like a chocolate chip cookie, but not a chocolate cookie. You know what I'm talking about? Frosted chocolate fudge. Oh my, yeah, that's fudge. It is like a fakey chocolate smell, but it does smell like fudge. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Oh, that piece broke off. Also, what's with the Pop-Tarts not coming out of the sleeve very nicely? Like, I gotta open up the whole thing. Not very to-go friendly of us. And I got like a crumbly mess. Look at the off-center frosting. Also, there's like white. Is this sugar on here? What are the white dots? I mean, we'd never know by the box because they won't tell us. Is it sprinkles? Is it salt? Does it have dandruff? What is that? It's nothing. It's like they took the crumbs from the other pastries and just sprinkled them on. There's the cross section on that one. Frosted chocolate fudge. I mean, isn't fudge kind of already like a frosting? It's chocolate, 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 fudgy frosty chocolate. What? With dandruff. Just eat a piece of fudge. Just eat fudge for breakfast. If I liked chocolate, this would ruin like frosted fudgy chocolate brownies. I feel like you would give this to someone internationally who has no idea what Pop-Tarts are. And I'd be like, that's a frosted chocolate fudge. And they would eat this and they'd be like, that's disgusting. Like, what? That's what you guys are eating over here? What? That tastes, what is that? And then if you gave them a piece of fudge, a piece of chocolate, and a frosted brownie, they'd be like, these are amazing! amazing. I'm like, yeah, I know. But this is what we eat for breakfast. But they're like, oh, but try this again. We'll throw it in the toaster. And I'm like, I think you guys are toasted with your taste buds because I don't like these. Second bite, it's okay. It's not the worst thing ever. But the chocolate of the pastry is like so dull. Tastes like cardboard. I feel like I'm being such a hater on this video, but I like the Pop-Tarts that I like. Brown sugar cinnamon, knocked it out of the park. That's one of the first flavors they had. They were onto something, okay? All these other ones, I feel like we're just reaching. We're trying to redo the success we had back in 1964. And I bet you there are people out there who eat their Pop-Tarts, they just eat around the crust. And at the end, they just have a pile of crust that they throw away. Kind of like when people eat pizza and don't eat the crust. I know that y'all do that. Because that's what I would do with this one. Oh, I got crumbs in my hair. And it's breakfast on the go, but it's so damn messy. I've never seen a Pop-Tarts commercial where they're like, and it's such an easy cleanup too. They're like, if you don't get all of the crumbs in the foil, they'll be in your hair, in your car. You know, you'll look down and it'll be in your coworker's drink. They're like, have you been eating Pop-Tarts over my shoulder? And I'm like, well, I was just eating my frosted chocolate fudge Pop-Tart. They're like, Susan, eat some protein or some fruit. What are you doing? This next one I thought was a new product, but it looks like it's been on the shelf for a hot minute. This is the frosted strawberry milkshake. Frosted strawberry milkshake. It's got to be 3 things. Fruit, liquidy drink, and you turned it into a flat one-dimensional Pop-Tart. Sure, no, I believe you. This is a nutso flavor. Who is coming up with this one? Who in the boardroom is like, you know what we need to move into? Milkshake flavors. Yeah, people are really big into the protein shakes for breakfast. What if we as Pop-Tarts, we move into the milkshake arena? Let's start with strawberry. I feel like they had different ones too. This one says it's dark in here on the package. Are we saying that, are we really also doing the storyline that the Pop-Tarts are things that talk and walk and they have feelings? It's dark in here. Is that the Pop-Tart talking to me? You know what? The only reason I would believe that the Pop-Tarts are walk and talk and animatronic little beings, if I ate too many Pop-Tarts at once and went into a sugar coma, I'd be like, oh my God, and the Pop-Tarts were talking to me. They're like, what? Check her for mental anything. Are this one supposed to have sprinkles on it? It does smell like strawberry frosting. Doesn't smell like a strawberry. It smells like strawberry frosting, like right out of the tin of like strawberry frosting. Like Pillsbury. That's exactly what it smells like. I mean, this is like, what happened to you? Look at the sprinkle distribution on that. I mean, that's not how I want to start off my morning. This is how I feel like I look at 2 in the morning. This is not how it looks on the commercial. There's already sprinkles on my shirt. Like, imagine you go into a 9 a.m. meeting and you got sprinkles on your shirt and your boss is like, why are you covered in sprinkles? I had a couple potholes on the way to work and I was trying to eat my 2 strawberry milkshake Pop-Tarts. It was a whole thing. I'm not shaming anybody for eating Pop-Tarts, any of the flavors that you like. I'm not. I just think it's crazy that Pop-Tarts is considered like a breakfast food. I would just straight up put it in the snack category and you can just decide whenever is the right time to eat whatever flavor of Pop-Tart is for you, you know? Let's see how this one turned out. Good Lord, Susan! How come there's so many like pockets in the frosting? Like this one you can damn near see back onto the pastry. Oh, the damn sprinkles are falling off. This is fake food styling pictures. Why are the edges on this one so like jagged and raggedy? Look at it compared to all the other ones are like just like a pretty clean cut. Oh no, the cinnamon roll one looks like that. Look at the difference of the cut of Pop-Tart. Smooth of a break that was. Look how like geez. Ow, like you cracked it. I wish the Pop-Tarts had more of like a snap to them. Like the frosting was like, that'd be fun. That'd be way more fun. Nobody? You don't know who else thinks that? Let's try the damn strawberry milkshake Pop-Tart. Okay, you know what? That one's not bad. That one, we're so used to having artificial strawberry as a flavoring that one is actually not that bad. It tastes like those damn crackers, those cookie crackers, like the pink, the yellow, the brown, the Neapolitan. Tastes just like the strawberry from that. That's not bad. I could do without the sprinkles. The sprinkles are giving nothing. I see what you're doing there. That one kind of makes sense. Let's go back to another Girl Scouts flavor because I bought this one. It is the Thin Mints, okay? The Thin Mints was like one of the only Girl Scout cookies I had before I did that video, and it's one of my favorite. And also, they don't have any mint flavors. The discontinued flavors, they had a mint chocolate chip discontinued Pop-Tart. I'm telling you, that one would have been great. So this is the closest I could get to a minty Pop-Tart. I'm running out of space to put these. This is bad. And my phone's got crumbs on it. Put those back in the box. No, it smells like the fake chocolatey dough that they put in the fudge ones. Come on, Pop-Tarts. I need it to be minty. I need it to be like an Andes minty Pop-Tart. Come on, show me what you're working with. Actually, this one is probably one of the nicest frosted ones we've seen so far. One of the most uniformed, nicely frosted ones. And then we got, you know, their ugly cousin back here. What? Why does one look fine and the other one looks horrible? How do they bag the Pop-Tarts? Is it a person? Because I feel like they purposely put the most messed up Pop-Tarts next to the best looking ones in one sleeve so that you can never complain. I also don't like how the pastries, just by the way that they always look like dusty. It's like it's not even like a bright color. They put so much dye in the Pop-Tarts. What was that? They put so much dye in the Pop-Tarts, and yet the pastry part still looks dusty and dull. You guys got it. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Thin Mint, Thin Mint, Thin Mint. What is wrong with y'all? Oh my God, that was the hardest one to get through because it was so doughy. You guys could have punched me in the face with that Thin Mint flavor. I'm expecting it. I'm looking for it. I'm searching for the Thin Mint. That is the most subdued. The Thin Mint flavor in that Pop-Tart tasted like they forgot to put the flavor in this Pop-Tart, and I just happened to brush my teeth right before I tried it. It tastes like the mint came from my own gums. That's how subtle and gross the mint is. And this one was the hardest one to chew. It is like, no, yeah, she's like, hold on, I'm just trying to get through my Pop-Tart. I do think the quarter sales numbers should be higher, but, you know, who wants to work in times of, you know, fall times, you know? Sales are falling. It's about to be fall. Leaves are falling. I'm falling asleep even talking about it. I got crumbs on my shirt. This was horrible. I'm almost like ashamed to be like, y'all did that to the Girl Scout? I'll never talk bad about the coconut caramel one when I got the Thin Mint to compare it to. It's like chewing an old damp hand towel that you use to wipe your mouth off with after you brush your teeth. I mean, even the filling on this one is disgusting. Disgusting. The Girl Scouts need their money back. The Girl Scouts need to buy the rights back to the cookie because they... All right, we're almost done. Let's try a Pop-Tart that I would truly never buy because I said in the fun facts I'm here for the frosting. I'm here for the frosting. I love frosting. I do. It's the best part. It's like a crunchy frosting shell. But they sell Pop-Tarts unfrosted. It looks like it's the innovative healthy choice. Kind of like a throwback to the original version of a Pop-Tart. Now, but I also read a blurb somewhere that the unfrosted Pop-Tarts are actually worse for you, has more calories or whatever, because, oh, look at it. You have to go. There are so many crumbs in here. Pop-Tarts are not on your meal plan, okay? They're not on anyone's meal plan. Get your face out of the Pop-Tarts. I heard that the pastry pieces are not as thin as when they're frosted, so they have to add more calories. I don't know if that's true. I have no idea. I don't care. Also, like, why are they promoting that you stack them? Eating 2 at a time isn't selfish. It's sharing with yourself. First of all, again, the crumbs. This one actually has like toast marks on it. What's that about? And there's nothing to look at for the frosting. This looks like the most boring. This is like the Pop-Tart equivalent of a snack. What are those? Snack cake. What are those called? Snack cake? Oat cakes. The frosting really makes it fun. It gives you something to look at. That is the most boring looking Pop-Tart I've ever seen. Look at the toast marks. You can see it in the camera. There's your little pop of color. The only pop of color you'll see around these Pop-Tarts. If you're ever eating something and you have to work it out of your gums, because that's just how like chewy and bland and dense something is, that's literally a red flag for me. You shouldn't talk with your mouth full, but if I can't carry on a conversation with you after taking one small bite because I'm like, no, I got it, yeah. I was thinking, you know, we should break up because you're boring the hell out of me. You're about as bland as an unfrosted Pop-Tart. I'll ship your stuff back. Don't come to my house. Don't ever talk to me again. Lose my number. I'll file the restraining order. Don't worry about it. Don't ever talk to me again. Kind of like this Pop-Tart. What is this? I also feel like the original Pop-Tarts in all of those pictures, like I feel like there was more filling. That's why in all of these pictures, they have to show you the Pop-Tart at an angle. And they have to show you such that the front frosted crust is like lower. The flavor itself, this one is so bland. I feel like the pastry part tastes worse on this one. The strawberry milkshake is better than this strawberry. This strawberry tastes like a rhubarb. Is this one more fruit-based and that one's more sugar-based? Maybe. But that's what I'm looking for. Okay, this is another one that I'm actually excited about. Oh my gosh. Maybe they not chocolate chip pancakes, chocolatey chip pancakes. I hope it's not another banana bread situation because it is another bread thing, but let's try this. It also looks like the chocolate chips are also in the filling, which we never get. How come they don't put the sprinkles in the filling? Here's another just example of Pop-Tarts gonna be a douchebag. It says eating Pop-Tarts one way isn't picky, but it's pretty cocky. What does that mean? Like what does that message mean? Is there a bad way to eat Pop-Tarts? It's just so douchey. You know, like we could have just put anything there. Heat them up or eat them fresh. Pop-Tarts always taste the best. You gotta put that. Listen, I will send you guys an invoice because I know you're watching. If some intern or some old exec who just figured out how to use YouTube is watching this, I will send you guys an invoice because that is like a $3 million jingle I just wrote you. And you could have slapped that on the side of the box or put like the characters on the side of the box or made a joke about like chocolatey chip pancakes. Like they're so chocolatey good. Oh my God, this looks like mold on a Pop-Tart. Why are they flattened out? This Pop-Tart looks like it's moldy. Yeah, if I just like flashed you my Pop-Tart, I was like, yeah, I'm just eating my breakfast. They'd be like, what, is that good? Looks like there's mold, there's something growing on your Pop-Tart. I'm like, no, that's a, oh, No, this smells like syrup. It says frosted chocolatey chip pancake. Nowhere on here does it say syrup, and yet this reeks of syrup. No, no, no. Why would you do that? Look at this. God Lord. Look at this sister Pop-Tart. What the hell happened to this one? That is crazy. And the fact that it's not uniform, like there's like chunks. Like it looks like one of those pictures that they show you and they go, tell me what you see. And I go, oh my gosh, that looks like my parents' divorce lawyer talking to me when I was 5 years old, telling me that instead of having 2 Christmases now that my parents were separated, we were actually going to get none. No foreseeable holidays because he was so expensive that he ran my parents into the ground and they don't have a bank account or a house or a happy home. Is anybody else seeing that? I'm seeing that. Anybody else seeing that? It just smells like syrup. The very first scent I got was like nickel or like an old penny. This is a damn voodoo Pop-Tart. This will tell your future. This will ruin your life. Oh, and like the chocolate chips that are supposed to be in the filling, I see one little brown chunk in there, right? It looks like it's mold. It went bad. This one is just as dense as the Girl Scouts Thin Mint. Why is it so dense? Are they old? Are you kidding? January 2025? Best if used by January 2025. You're kidding. These are 9 months old. I mean, not only is no one buying these because how did this stay on the shelf so long? This is so dense like the Thin Mint one. It's gross. It tastes like fake maple syrup. And maple syrup, most people are already eating fake maple syrup. This is disgusting. It's bad. It's the ugliest looking ones. This is a waste of time. And once again, one that I was looking forward to. My goodness, you guys really know how to disappoint. I'm such a Pop-Tarts hater right now. I'm gonna have to throw all these away. I can't even like pawn these off on other people. Because I'd be like, well, this one's expired by 9 months. Any takers? Okay, let's try the Pop-Tarts Frosted Wild Berry. The only reason that I'm trying this one is because I hate all the fruit-based ones, but for some reason they combined all the fruit into this one, and it has purple frosting, and it looks like it's strawberry, raspberry, and blueberry. If there was any day to try it would be today. This looks like a kid's art project. Why? You guys can't make them look any better. I don't understand. Like, Pop-Tarts knows that this is how these look, and they still sell them like that, and just nobody cares. Should we care? Or I guess like the look doesn't affect the taste, but the taste hasn't been impressing me so far, so why would the looks matter? I don't know. I'm about done with this video. I'm chewing it like I'm scared. This tastes a lot like the blueberry one. The pastry on this one tastes so stale. It's not like an artificial, you know how like there's fruit roll-ups, there's fruit snacks. All of those are like fake flavorings. These taste even worse than that. And how is that possible? It's like Pop-Tarts, the company themselves don't even believe in the flavor because they give you such little filling. I'm choking on them crumbs. Brings me back to watching other kids eat the fruit-flavored Pop-Tarts, and I'm like, have you ever seen a s'mores Pop-Tart that doesn't grab you? Have you experienced joy? Ever had a real piece of fruit? Yeah, it'll change your life. You'll stop eating these. What the hell? Oh my gosh. Let's end it on this one, and then I have a surprise. This is the Frosted Lemon Blueberry Crumble. Now, this one again is like purple pink. It caught my eye. I love a good crumble. Oh, but is it gonna taste like lemon or blueberry? The filling. If it tastes like blueberry, I'm gonna be so mad. If it tastes just like the blueberry one and the lemon is like a secondary flavor like the damn banana bread one. Okay, smells like another Nutri-Grain bar, but it does smell blueberry lemon. At least the yellow dusting on this one doesn't look like mold or an accident. It has more of like a darker crust, kind of like, I guess, like a pie crust coloring. I feel like there's minimal frosting on these. It's got lemon. Damn. But it's okay. It's not the worst. They're not even making new Pop-Tart flavors. They're making new frosting colors. The hardest working person at Pop-Tarts is whoever designs the box because they gotta make these things look good. They're like, I gotta literally digitally recreate a Pop-Tart because these look disgusting coming off the line. That wild berry one we just tried and this rhubarb one, but they taste so damn similar that why even bother? Why even bother trying to market and make a new flavor? That's a stretch. That's a reach. And guess what? I will not be reaching my hand back in that box and getting another pack out. No! Last but not least, we're trying something new that Pop-Tarts came out with. Pop-Tarts ice cream sandwiches. Would you look at that? I thought they only had like 2 flavors of these, but apparently they have several. They also have a frosted strawberry, a chocolate fudge, and I thought one more. Maybe it's just the 3. I thought this might be the saving grace for the video, and I might be right. I got the frosted brown sugar cinnamon ones, and to my understanding, it is 2 Pop-Tarts in between ice cream. It's an ice cream sandwich. It says that it is brown sugar cinnamon flavored ice cream. Couldn't have just been vanilla. They had to put a flavoring in it, but we're gonna try these. Only 4 of these come in a box and they're expensive. And look how small they are. It's not even like a tall ice cream sandwich. It's like a fat half of an ice cream sandwich. But at least they stick to the silver wrapping. That's not how it looks on the box. What's that? Looks like a damn caramel waffle. And then you can't tell, but like the ice cream is like this weird off brown. I mean, I guess that is the frosting. It's just like darker when it's frozen. Cause look, that's like the pastry color in the, so that's not even close. What's with all the holes in it? Let's just try it. Let's just, God, it tastes like the cinnamon roll one. I mean, it's not good. Why are we putting 2 Pop-Tarts around ice cream? Why don't we just put the filling in the ice cream? Make it like a swirl. It's just so much pastry. Where's the ice cream? It's too small, too expensive, not good enough. Okay. Camera battery died, and I just didn't want that ice cream. So I threw it out. It was gross. Even like the cinnamon ice cream center part, bad, not memorable. Who cares? Why would you make it cinnamon ice cream? Make it vanilla ice cream. I just, like, sometimes I'm like, who the hell is on these product teams? You know what? I won't get into it, but that'll do it for us. And for me. For us here at the, well, it's just me, myself, and I have to clean all this up, and there's crumbs everywhere, and we gotta vacuum, and I gotta pawn off all these Pop-Tarts on other people. Listen, if you thought that I was kind of a hater this episode, I kind of just, like, hated on every single one of these flavors. That is the whole point of the series, right? Because we are trying the flavors that I would never buy. But I like Pop-Tarts. I do. But I know what I like, and I like what I like, and this series is supposed to prove me wrong. And today, it did not do that. Okay, I don't want any of these. Now, if you think that I kind of sounded a little douchey, and I might have disrespected one of your favorite flavors that I tried today, comment down below your favorite flavor of Pop-Tart. Fight for why that is true to you. And if you never had Pop-Tarts, comment down below what flavor you would try. Okay, plenty of options. Not so many that are good. But yes, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. I put out new videos every Monday and Friday. And if you liked this video, I have way more of these videos in a series that I call Never Have I Ever. Check out the playlist on my channel. Also, go check out my podcast. It's called In Bed with Christine and Cole. New episodes drop every Tuesday over on the In Bed with Christine and Cole YouTube channel. People call us and they ask for advice and tell us their secrets, and it's a good time. And then last but not least, comment down below if you have an idea for the next episode of Never Have I Ever. A fast food company, restaurant, place, product that we could deep dive. I'm just over there typing. Something's not adding up. Someone's lying about the history. And we'll get to the bottom of it. Doc made all the Pop-Tarts, but then someone made up Doc. Because he's not a real person, and we all know Post made the Pop-Tart.